here. Starting your morning in movement with us. It's always something I really feel grateful for, being able to kind of share my flow, my teaching with you guys, and see you there practicing together on the mat is really a big brightener in my day. And I wanted to kind of open up our new month of November with a bit of gratitude. Back home in the US, where I'm from, we have Thanksgiving in November, and it's really kind of an amazing thing because even people who don't regularly practice gratitude, meditation, things like that, really get into the spirit and the mood of gratitude. And so it's just a really beautiful thing that we as a nation practice. And so I wanted to kind of inspire you for the month of November to take on that spirit of gratitude, add a little bit of a gratitude practice to your mornings. Can just be 5 seconds of you just closing your eyes and taking a moment to think on what you're really grateful for. So I wanted to start our practice there today, and then we'll get into some movement and really try and focus on feeling grateful for this movement that our bodies are capable of. And then we'll close our practice with a little bit of breathing and meditation. So just really to get us focused and open for the day and for our new month ahead. Go ahead, just close your eyes. Let yourself relax a little bit. Sit up tall at the top of the head, reach up toward the ceiling. As the spine expands, the lungs start to open a little bit more. And maybe just bring to mind one or two things that you feel grateful for. It can even just be something this morning, like you woke up feeling rested, you woke up in a warm home. Simply that you woke up for another day, a privilege that many didn't have today. Just send out a little gratitude here, right at the start of your morning. And then let's bring some movement in. You can hold that thought as you start to move the neck. Just circling the head around, however feels good. So if it feels good to stretch and hold somewhere, feel free. Letting your movements on the mat today be your own. Let's begin to move this motion down into the mid part of the spine. So I'm going to move from my chest and circle forward and back. So you kind of want to push the chest out and cave it in like you would cat-cow. Just making some circles in the upper body first. And bring it back the other way. Let's take this movement even bigger, circling around now from the low back. I'm going to circle big around the hips. Let myself really lean forward as I come up. Take it back the other way. Maybe a little thought of gratitude for your healthy spine, for the ways it can move, even if it's stiff. Coming still into the center, and I'll just let my legs go out long. We're going to do some moving stretches, breathing up. Exhale, we're going to reach out like we're going over the toes, and then just roll your way back up. Just starting to wake the body with these before we hold our bigger stretches. Just take one more. And then we're going to hold that stretch over the legs or the feet. Let your shoulders relax. Feel free to take a little bend in the knees. Just breathe. Notice the backs of the legs. How are they feeling in this position? Let's open the legs out to the sides. Take the hands out in front of you, a little bit of side to side motion. Walk the hands over to one side. Take just 3 little pulses there. And then move to the other side. Little pulses. Back to the center, little pulse. Just keep it here a moment. Reaching up tall, breathe in. As you exhale, reach the right arm out. Go to slide over that leg. So your side body is coming down in the direction of the thigh. Reach the other arm up. You can circle that wrist if you like. Lifting up to the middle. Slide to the left. Let the hand come down. Reach the opposite arm. Go ahead, reach for both legs. That's okay if you want to come to the thigh, the calf, or you want to slide to ankles or toes. And just take it into our firefly. Relax the inner thighs. Go ahead, flex the feet, spread the toes. Nice active feet in this pose. Rolling our way up, draw the feet in together, cobbler. Go ahead, circle round. Take it back the other way. Coming to the center, go ahead, melt to the fold. Just take 5 breaths. And lifting our way back up. Great job. So go ahead, just bring the knees up, give yourself a little side to side. And we'll just practice before we get up and moving a shape that we're gonna play with throughout our class today, which is our figure 4. So with your knees up like this, we're gonna take the right ankle, cross it over the thigh. So that knee is open. Now, if this feels too tight, especially so early in the morning, you can kind of slide that bottom leg out until it does feel comfortable to cross that ankle, even all the way down to flat, whatever feels good. And just take a couple breaths, just holding wherever you're at. If this feels good and you want to take it deeper, walk the foot toward you to make it deeper. Just take a couple breaths, feeling that opening in the hips. Go ahead, release the foot, take it to the other side. So cross that ankle and then adjust. Wonderful, let's release the foot. Make our way over to down dog. And here we're just gonna walk the feet. Let's move forward through our plank, coming down to the belly. Take a little lift in your cobra and roll down. Lift and roll. One more, let's hold the cobra there. Good morning to your spine. One more breath. Tuck the toes, lift back, downward facing dog. Let's come right up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. And just take a little sway side to side in your ragdoll. Roll the wrists there, let the head be loose. And then we'll lift our way back up to the top. Take a big breath as you rise, reach for the ceiling. Lift to the toes, tall mountain. And bring it down, hands to heart. We'll take it right to tree. So just open up the left knee, let it come up onto the leg. You can come to the ankle, the calf, or even all the way up to the thigh if that feels good. Breathe where you're at. Just practicing that hip opening. Go ahead, release the foot. We're gonna let it float. Open the arms, flying star. Let the foot come down, forward fold. A little bit of open feet here. Take a breath. Lift it up halfway. Send the arms alongside the body. Breathe up to the top. Exhale, sit to chair. Take a moment in your chair, just settling into the seat. Arms are lifted as shoulders settle away from the ears. Beautiful. Release to the top. Let's bounce to the left. Come to your tree, wherever you want it to be. Try and focus on opening that hip to the side, really pushing the knee away. And release. Take a breath up. Exhale, fold. Open feet. Half lift. Send the arms away. Bend the knees, lift to the top. Exhale to chair. Take a hold there. Great job. One more breath. Take it down to the mat. Step back, down dog. Let's shift over to our plank. Lower to the mat. I'm going to slide my hands forward. Come to the forearms. Sphinx. Half frog. Right knee bends beside you. Just take a couple breaths, adjusting. All right, so we're gonna take that figure four shape into our plank and down dog. All right, so I'm gonna bend my knee more, draw that foot into the side of my leg. Hands are gonna walk in next to the chest, so a little bit deeper in the inner thigh when you connect that foot. I'm gonna tuck my left toes. Try and give yourself a push into plank and hold the foot to the leg. Lift that knee off. Press back, figure four down dog. I'm just gonna slide my foot in front of the thigh, just like you would have had it before. Step the foot down. Sit up, three-legged dog. Step the foot between the hands. Back foot comes flat. Lift up, warrior one, and sink it in. Take a couple breaths right here. Kind of just feeling into the strength of that leg. Let's take the hands to the heart. Push the palms together. We're going to get a little bit of balance going by stepping into that right foot. Lift the left knee up, one-legged mountain. From there, I'm just going to let the knee open to the side. Try and keep it high as you open. Step the foot back behind you to the right, coming up onto the toes. Send the arms out, big side stretch. One more breath. Step back into that one-legged mountain. Find your balance between the hands, really push. And then find the balance in the right foot to swing that left leg up in front. Great job. Release, breathe out. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Send the arms away. Breathe in, reach to the top. Exhale, sit to your chair. Breathe, lift the chest. Release to the mat. Walk it back, down dog. Moving into your plank. Lower to the mat. Lifting cobra, slide the hands forward. Left knee bends next to me. Just a couple breaths, letting that hip open up. We want to try and hold this shape best we can when we lift. From here, I'll just connect my foot to the side of my leg. Try and really glue it there. I'm gonna step my hands under the shoulders, tuck the right toes, take a lift up, figure 4, plank. Lift that knee, press back, figure 4 dog. Release the foot into down dog. And then we'll lift again, left leg to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend the foot to the top of the mat. Back foot flat, lift to that warrior 1. Sink in. Breathe, nice strong warrior. Opening your day in power. Hands move to the heart. Pressing into the hands, we're gonna step into that left foot. Find your 1-legged mountain. Great job. Go ahead, move that knee to the side. Try and keep it up. Bring it over to the side, tuck the toes under. Big stretch over, side stretching. Bring it back to the heart. Lift that foot back into 1-legged mountain. We're gonna come straight to our tree on this side from here. So this time, let's take the inside of the knee, open it to the side, and then you can connect the foot. So if you wanna go for the thigh, reach for that ankle, connect it into the thigh, bring the hands to heart. If you wanna go for the calf or ankle, let it down. Let's reach open, flying star, reach the foot out. Beautiful, step down, open feet, release down to your fold. Halfway lift, fly the arms away. Inhale, reach to the top. Exhale to your chair. Let's just hold and breathe. Relax those shoulders. Chest is open and high. One more breath. Let it go, forward fold. Let's step our way back, downward facing dog. Take a little walk there. Right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. We're gonna bend the knee. Let the hip open, so I'm sending that foot over toward the left. Take a look out under the armpit. Feel that stretch move up the front of the hip. And then from here, I'm just gonna circle this hip. So open up the knee and close it back down, really just playing with the joint a little bit. Let the foot come down, high plank, lower, lift to your cobra. I'll bring it back to child's pose, reaching the hips toward the heels, forehead rests to the mat. On your next breath, lifting to all fours. Tuck your toes, bring it up, down dog. Left leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Bend that knee, send it across to the right. Looking out under that left armpit. Hold and breathe in this open dog. And then let's circle the hips. So bring the knee around and back up. 2 more circles. And release back to the down dog. Take a look up. Let's come to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Go ahead, release the arms. And then roll your way to the top. Big breath as you rise. Exhale, hands to heart. All right. We're going to take a standing figure 4 from here. So we're going to take the same steps we did before. Lift up into a one-legged mountain. I'm going to start on my right leg. Open that knee to the side so your hip opens. So this time I'm going to connect the foot in front of the leg. Now you can take a hold of the toes or the leg with the other hand. You can even move that foot up a little closer to the hip crease if that feels all right, into a standing half lotus. Bring the opposite arm up in the air. All right, so this might be enough challenge for you, but if you want to add to it, we're going to fold all the way to the floor. So find your balance and reach your way down to the mat. This is really going to deepen the stretch in the glute and over the thigh and knee. So just feel it out. If that feels okay, maybe try floating the hands off and into the heart. If you've got that, maybe lifting back to standing. Slow with control. No judgments. And let the leg release. Little walk. Beautiful job. Let's flow it out between taking a breath, taking a fold, halfway lift, down to the mat. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling your way forward to your plank and lower. Take a lift. Bring it back down. Tucking toes, downward dog. Step or hop to the top. And lift your way up. Take a breath up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Balance comes to the left foot. I'm lifting that right knee. Let's move it to the side. Open that hip. And then taking the foot or ankle to cross over. So either on top of the thigh or bring that foot up toward the hip crease if your hip feels open. Reach the opposite arm up. Standing figure 4 or half lotus, beautiful. If you want a bit more, a lot more, go in for the fold. Reaching both arms down, try and straighten that standing leg as much as feels good. And if you feel strong there, maybe float the hands or bring them into the heart. And try and lift your way back up. Slow and steady. And release the leg. Take a little walk. Very good, tons of foot and ankle strength involved along with that big stretch. So you did a beautiful job. Lovely. Let's go ahead, take a big stretch at the top here. We're going to come up to the toes, tall mountain. Bending the knees, let's settle down into our toe balance, reaching the hands out in front of us. Palms open to the sky. receiving a lot of strength and encouragement for our morning and our day. Imagine it's pouring in from above you. You're catching it here. Spilling down your arms to the heart as the chest lifts. Feel a little bit of stillness come over you. And then let it go. Let's come down to the mat. Let the feet stay up in front of you. And we'll just take the knees side to side once more. From here, we're going to drop the legs both over to the right. And then just move that left leg back so it comes halfway behind you. My right foot is going to come and just connect to the front of that thigh. So your right knee is kind of right in front of your hip bone. I'm just going to walk my way over that leg into my animal pose. So stretching the arms long, let your body rest over the leg and let the head fall heavy. Chin relaxing toward the chest. On your next breath, just slowly walking your way back. We're going to take our half lotus from here. So that left leg is going to come up and forward. Give the knee a little hug into the chest. The same movement we did standing, we'll do here. So we're going to open the leg to the side, opening up the hip, and then just bend the knee, let it open as the ankle comes in toward the thigh. So we'll want to feel this out. Some people's hips are tighter than others, of course. So if you can't quite lie the foot over the leg, you can bring it in front of you, or even send it over the other side of the leg. So either way, you're getting a really nice hip opening. If you can lie it onto the leg and you feel you can bring it a little bit more, try sliding that foot in toward that hip crease as far as it wants to come. Now, if your knees are kind of floating here, that's all right. If you have a block, a pillow, a towel, feel free to roll them there to just fill those gaps and let you relax into the pose just for a few breaths here. Go ahead, just take a moment. Let the hip relax as much as it can. And wherever you are, we're going to try a little bit of a fold forward. Just reaching out toward the top of the mat. As you breathe, maybe you feel like you can fold in a little more. And then roll your way back up. Go ahead, release the legs, give them a little shake. And we'll bring it to the other side. So the right knee will bend back this time. Left knee bends in front. Turning to face that left thigh, and I'll just walk my way out to my animal pose on this side. Let the head fall heavy. And give yourself a few moments just taking in the pose. On your next breath, walking the hands back. Take that right knee up and into the chest. Little hug. Open to the side. And bring the ankle over the leg or in front. Wherever feels okay to cross the foot over. Take it there. Here's our half lotus with the foot on the thigh. And then when you're ready, a little walk fold. As deep as feels good. No pressure into the joints, into the muscles. A little challenge is good, but we just don't want to feel any pain. Gently rising your way up. So here I'm going to give you the option to practice your full lotus. If you would prefer not, or you feel like the half lotus was already too much, go ahead, go down into Shavasana. If you want to practice the full lotus, we're going to do that together now. Whether you're in Shavasana or lotus, we're going to take our lotus mudra, which is our hand gesture for the lotus. You're just going to take the sides of your pinky and your thumbs together and open up the other fingers like a little bloom. So my wrists are facing each other. I'm going to pull that into the heart. Go ahead, settle into your Shavasana if that's where you're going, and take your mudra. If you're taking half lotus or full lotus, go ahead, slide the bottom leg out from under. We're going to let this right knee dip down toward the mat. Take a hold of your left foot, and you're going to have to lift and slide it on. Try not to twist. I just want to slide forward so that my knee is still bending in its natural position. Both feet settling onto the thighs. All right, from there, you can take your lotus. Pull the lotus to the heart. And let's take a moment just to meditate on this imagery with nice slow, letting a lot of peaceful energy in. I really love the image of the lotus because it's one of power and strength and beauty. A lotus blossom seeds down in the mud, under the riverbed, in the lake. And in order to flower, the seed has to open and push roots and stem out through all this thick, deep mud. Pushing out of the mud and the muck, and then all the way up through the water, it has to grow to finally come to the surface and bloom into the beautiful flower that we get to see. So there's a lot of work and struggle in its search for the sun, moving toward the light, right? I just think that's a beautiful, perfect image that we can add to our thinking, to our lives, something to meditate on. And maybe right now you're in the mud, maybe you're in the water, but our search is always forward for the light. And there come a time where we surface, and we're able to bloom. I encourage you, instead of working so hard to get away from the mud, really moving our perspective just to understanding, to acceptance of the reality of the circumstance, and then encouraging yourself to power forward, to learn from the mud, learn from the water, and get to that sweet sunlight at the top. Gratitude even for our challenges, because they strengthen and develop us. Go ahead, release your mudra and let your hands rest. If you've taken the lotus, go ahead, come out. Feel free to lie back into your Shavasana if you'd like. Let's just take a few moments breathing and enjoying this sweet morning, a moment of peace today. Go ahead, let the body begin to move and wake up. Give yourself a stretch. Open and close hands and feet. Hug the knees to the chest. Give them a little rock side to side. And whenever you're ready, make your way back to seated. letting the hands come over the heart, pulling in gratitude for yourself, this time you dedicated to your practice, to challenging and awakening the body and even your mind. And then sending that gratitude out to each person here. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy with us this morning. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here. Have an amazing Wednesday. We'll see you next time.